Alright guys, as you can see we are back here in Rod Ripper's headquarters, established yesterday. This will be the home base for our indoor videos, our chats, our little screening, all my empty chairs because my friends aren't here. But it is just me tonight. I have a beautiful story for you. And it's about Rico. You guys are probably like, who's Rico? If you guys have been here since the beginning, yeah, this Saturday, I know it's been a long journey, I mentioned a red-tailed catfish named Rico. So I'm going to tell you guys a beautiful little story. About a year ago, I got a new big tank. I had this dream I was going to have this sweet South American themed tank. I was getting some Oscars. I got some peacock bass, some jaguar cichlids, and some Jack Dempsey's, all these South American themed fish. And obviously the icing on the cake was Rico, this red-tailed catfish. And I was going to have this beautiful South American themed fish tank with all these fish. So I ordered them. They came in from Arizona Aquatics. So they were shipped overnight in the mail. I was super stressed. I was checking my phone constantly because I wanted to make sure I got here right when they were here so I could put them in the tank and they would all be safe. They all come. Everything makes it. Everything goes good. I get them all in the tank. I'm super pumped. Ooh, I got a knife fish too. That was cool. A clown knife fish. And I get them all in there. And I have this huge community tank. It's perfect. And for like the first month and a half, it was awesome. No issues. And then right around a month and a half, 2 months, Rico is already up to like 5 inches. 4 or 5 inches already. He was taking off, growing way faster than all the other fish. And it kind of started off slow. I'd come down one day and all of a sudden I couldn't find a fish. I'd start looking around. I'd lift up stuff in the tank. I'm trying to find it everywhere. I'm looking. Don't know what's going on. And I would just be clueless. And then after like a week and 4 fish are gone, one morning I came down and I turned the lights on at like the perfect time. And Rico has one of my other jaguar cichlids cornered, my last one at this point, cornered in the tank. And he's just sitting there. And then that jaguar fish did like one little move and choo, gone. So I found my culprit. And my community tank quickly became a feeder tank for Rico. He went through all my other fish except 2 Jack Dempsey's and the clown knife fish, which if you want to see them, they're still alive. All right, I was able to get them out. I put them in a different tank, and then Rico ended up just having one giant tank to himself by the time I got it figured out. So I tried to separate him. You know, he just went through everything, and then he just became a beast. So I moved most of the decorations out of the tank because he was so big. I was feeding him like full tilapia fillets, smacking him on the top. And he would just inhale him, and he would let me pet him. All right, he became my favorite. He was awesome. And I'm going to show you the very last feeding. So I knew my tank was only going to last so long because red-tailed catfish, I don't know if you know about them, they are native to like the Amazon, South American river systems, and they get huge. It'd be kind of like a flathead here in Iowa, but they get massive. And I was like, it's going to only be so long. So he was starting to get to the point where he was struggling to turn around in the tank. So I knew we had to let him go. So this is the very last feeding on the same day we released him. I'll let you guys check it out. Guys, it's a sad day. Rico's a little too big for his tank. This is our last feeding. And then we're going to release him in the pond today. So it's our last little get together. Look at him. As you guys can see, Rico's awesome. He lets me pet him. He's my favorite. You know, he's just a beast. Look at that. Gone. You got more in him, don't worry. We're going to go for one more. Rico. Yoo-hoo. Give him a sec. He's still coming. What? What? I'm talking about fish. Let him go. Rico, come here. As you can see, when Rico was sitting there, his nose was hitting the front of the tank and his tail was touching the back glass. Probably could have left him in there a little bit longer, but it was perfect time because we did this in July. So it was right in the middle of the hottest part of summer, so the water temps would have been the best because obviously, like I said, he's from South America or native to South America. So they need or recommend warm water temps, which obviously we don't have here in Iowa. But catfish, our cousins, they're all hardy. They're extremely strong fish. So I thought if I release them in the middle of summer when the water's at its warmest, he would easily acclimate. And really at the bottom of a pond in your deeper ponds, which the place we released them is like 25, 27 feet deep, and most of it, at the bottom, that water's not going to change too much, even during the winter. So I thought if he could acclimate in the beginning, he would be fine. That was our thinking. So we go in. We're going to do this fun release. I have Joel, Mr. Maybe, the Stizzy, who you guys are going to meet soon, is in this clip. I was ready to give Rico a nice send-off with a 3-shot salute. You can see Joel gets a little distracted to his job. It was supposed to be perfect, and he just ruined this very special moment. But it was still great. And here's Rico's release. Guys, this is Rico.
Just a beautiful species.
He was 1 inch when we got him. That was 9 months ago, and he's 16.5 inches.
And we don't know the weight, because we can't weigh him.
Guys, he's a beaut.
Oh man, that is a beautiful red-tailed catfish, I tell you.
Okay.
He's ready to go find some fish.
Rico. Oh, Rico.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Rico. Rico. Guys. Oh. Rico, save your energy, bud. You're about to go in a much bigger place.
I'm going on a much bigger adventure.
Dude.
Maybe you should get a net.
You know what?
Get him closer.
Hey guys.
Okay?
He's a little crazy.
Do you want me to try to shoot him? There it is, folks.
There he goes. And he's off. Bye, Rico.
Dude, he's big.
Bye.
He's still chilling right there.
He's gonna. The water temp out there has got to be pretty chilly. See Rico a little more in action. He's pretty feisty. I struggled with the release there a little bit, but we got him in the pond, and hopefully we get to see Rico again. So we are pumped for this summer. Maybe ice fishing, who knows? But we have some challenges planned for this summer where all the rod rippers, all the boys in the picture are going to get together, and we're going to have a competition at that pond, a full day competition where we all camp out for the day. We're all going to have our own little tactics, and we're going to try and catch Rico. And you guys are going to have to pick the winner in a couple videos we're going to have coming up down the road when this happens. But whoever picks the winner is going to get some prizes. Also, us guys might have some weird bets. We'll see if someone gets shaved or something if you get Rico. But you guys should probably bet on me because I fed Rico for 9 months straight before I released him. And I know what he likes. So, be ready for that. But hopefully we get to see Rico again. And that's the story for this evening. Thank you for tuning in to the Rod Rippers. Do not forget to subscribe in that bottom right corner.